We are going to make a base map using open source data. So I'm at data.baltimorecity.gov. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to the data catalog and I'm going to search. I like to search the heaviest files first because they tend to take the longest to load. So it's easier to start your model with the most data, if that makes sense. So I'm going to hit contours. I want the 2-foot contours because that's going to give me much more information than the 10-foot contours. Then that just means that for every line, you're getting 2 feet of vertical rise versus this 10-foot contours is 10 feet of rise. So that there's a lot of difference between those two. So I'm gonna click on this 2-foot contours and it's going to tell me that there's too many records, and that makes sense because it's a lot of lines. I'm just going to hit I want to use this. Create a map and ArcGIS map viewer. It's good for my purposes. I'm going to fill it all in. It's got some county topography as well. I don't need all of this, so I'm going to go to a site. Our site is 1515 North Charles. That's going to zoom right into Penn Station. This is Penn Station. You can see that on the middle of my screen. And I want to add building footprints. I want to add the edge of paving. I want to add the parcel lines, and I can either go back to the data catalog here and search all of those independently, or I can just search here in the layer options. Now, there's a couple of things to note. So when I click on layers, it brings me to this pop-out. And right now it's got me in Living Atlas. That's going to have a lot more topographic and geological features. I don't really want that. I want the kind of like landscape urban architecture side of things. So I'm going to go to ArcGIS Online and I'm going to search because I'm in Baltimore City. I want Baltimore real prop. And then I'm going to look for something that is by Baltimore City. You know, there's also sometimes UMB has things in here that are really good, but the Baltimore City layers are typically the most accurate and the most up to date, just because that is, you know, a government agency. It's not SR staff or you know, whoever this one is, ETL 36. I don't know that person. I don't want to trust their data. So I'm going to add the real prop. That'll give me my parcel lines. I also want to do edge of paving. There's also things like tree canopy. Yeah, see here, UMB GIS is in here. But I think I want to use this edge of payments from Baltimore City. I'm going to add that. And then I'm also going to do, and you can see it starts to populate with the street and the parking lots and things like that. And then I'm also going to do building footprints because I want the building footprints in here. And if I just search the beginning, and so now this is where you have to be a little bit careful because it will come up with Baltimore County GIS and that won't give us what we need. We need the city data. So now I've got building footprints, I've got topography, I've got parcel lines, and I've got edge of pave. And this will give me kind of my basic data for a vector base map. And I'm going to pop this back in. I'm going to go to print. I could add as many layers as I want, but for our purposes, I want to go ahead and print this. I want to print it to scale because I am printing a vector drawing that I'm going to bring into a 3D digital model. And so I'm going to hit this set scale button. And I know that typically it's like a 1 inch equals 300 feet scale that I like. This is going to get scaled up into real size when I bring it into a digital model. But for now, because I'm going from inches to feet here, if I just do the 300, it's not going to give me what I need. So I need it to be 300 feet times 12 inches, which is 3,600. Oops, 3,600. And that gives me that box, that bounding box that I want. I'm gonna hit enter. And then you can either include the legend and the north arrow. I don't need that stuff. I'm just gonna hit export and it's gonna think about it for a second. And then it'll give me a little up arrow here and I can open it in a new window and then I'll just download it from there. Takes just a second to generate. So untitled map PDF, open this in the new window. I'm gonna name it something else. I don't really care that it's called untitled map here, but I'm gonna go ahead and download it and I'm just gonna call it map Penn Station. And then it's 1 to 3,600, so I'm just gonna hit 1 to 300 so that I know if I don't use it right away, I know that it's 1 inch equals 300, and I'm just gonna save it to my desktop.